Welcome back to Tim and Sid here on Sportsnet. Tim McAuliffe off today. Faisal Kamiza kind enough to sit in his chair. Coming up, a conversation with Christine Sinclair, who has scored 185 times for her country. No player in the history of soccer has scored that many goals. We'll talk to her from Texas a little later on. Marc Spears, however, is up next, a good friend of the show, in what has been as unique a week in the NBA as we've ever seen. Spearsy, it's good to see you, man. How are things?
Had better days, man.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I feel odd starting any conversation with any NBA friend of ours without the "where were you when" question. So where were you when?
I was in Oakland. Just had come from the gym and was just thinking it was going to be a relaxing Sunday, and I was watching television, and then all of a sudden, my phone started going crazy, and I saw the TMZ report, and a lot of friends and work colleagues call me, is it true? Is it true? Is it true? And no, I hate to say it, but TMZ in LA is pretty accurate. And I instantly thought it was true and was hoping that I was wrong. And then it becomes tough because you guys know, you guys are sports journalists. And as my ESPN colleague, Michael Eaves, said it best, at some point there's going to come a time where there's going to be a tragedy. It's going to involve somebody that we know. And I felt like I knew Kobe pretty well. We had a lot of good work moments together, some private time together. And so it certainly has hit me hard. I'll be at the game tomorrow. I don't know what to expect. I don't know I know the emotions are going to be everywhere. I'm glad it wasn't Tuesday. That was just too soon. But with each passing day, it's feeling a little better, but I know at some point the emotions are going to really hit.
The thing about tomorrow night, and again, to repeat, Lakers and Blazers tomorrow, that will be a scene. When one person suffers the loss, that's one thing, where everyone can try and pick the person up. If everyone's feeling basically the same loss, it's a completely different story, and I can't begin to figure out how that feels tomorrow.
Well, you guys know what LA is, right? It's a city of stars. We're talking about actors, singers, Fred Astaire, from back in the day, and every walk of entertainer you could think of. But to me, I don't know that they loved anybody more than they loved Kobe Bryant. Just the outpouring of emotion outside Staples Center from people of all races, all ages. They loved him truly more than any athlete they've ever had. I think they loved him more than any singer, any, actor, actress, whoever, politician. He is LA. He, got drafted there, played his whole career there, lived there. They love Kobe Bryant as much as and more than anything. So I think they should do the memorial, as from rumors that I'm hearing, at where USC plays, 100,000 seat football stadium, or maybe it's the Rose Bowl. Staples Center, even though it's the house that Kobe built, I don't think it'll do it justice. You need a really, really, I think, big place in the future for people to accurately say goodbye to him.
Marc Spears of ESPN joining us here on Tim and Sid. Spearsy, it's an awkward transition. Mm-hmm. Forgive me as I try here. But the Raptors are in action tonight. They're in Cleveland. The bigger story with the Raptors really is Kyle Lowry. And will he be in AllStar reserve? Sorry, man?
Come on. He's in.
Is he in? I don't know. I'm seeing a lot, like the entire TNT crew, God love him, none of them have Kyle as a reserve in this. So do you think he's getting in tonight?
Mm-hmm. I'll bet some Niagara wine on it. How's that?
Niagara wine, I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah.
Always with the appropriate reference at the appropriate time. Spearsy, as usual.
Perfect reference here.
Yeah,
did you see the new All-Star Game format and your thoughts around the new All-Star Game format for this year?
Yeah, first, to finish my last thought, he deserves to be there. The record's too good. I'd be stunned if he didn't make it. NBA always tries to do some really interesting things. I'm in love with honoring Kobe. I don't know if I'm in love with the unique and odd way that they're doing it. Um, I'd rather see videos, which I'm sure we'll see, and other tributes and stuff like that. But they're trying something unique in terms of how do I explain it? I mean, the first 3 quarters, there's going to be some games for community to give money to community charities. In the last game, if say one team's up 100 to 180, the first team to 24 points in honor of Kobe Bryant wins. I think it'll be a little bit hard for the fans to kind of understand it, especially if you're tuning in late or don't know. First one to whatever plus 24 of what the winning team has in the third quarter. I think they're trying something out. I don't know. But I wonder if they're trying it out to see if it's something that they should do in the future. I hope not. I mean, I believe in honoring Kobe as much as possible. I just don't know. I just hope what I'd like to see is have the Mamba mentality during this whole game, man. I think they do the fans a disservice by not being competitive, like they're worried about being hurt. I see them work out harder and play harder during off-season pro-am leagues or at UCLA. Just play hard. I think people would like to see that, see the best possible, greatest pickup game ever, and I'm sure Kobe would be proud of that as well.
I'm with you. I mean, that weekend will be so full of tribute.
Mm-hmm.
You
David Stern
and David Stern. It's been a rough year. That weekend will be so significant for so many different reasons, and I'm with you, Spearsy. I don't know why this had to happen now with the game, but I mean it is, and quite frankly, it's one of the All-Star games that I've kind of started enjoying because the baseball All-Star game to me is the most authentic and real, and I've enjoyed that the most. But the NBA has been kind of pushing ahead of the NHL All-Star game for me in terms of enjoyment. I can't believe how in a meeting this got greenlit. I just don't. To complicate things for regular people like myself, it's a mistake. It is.
Like you almost feel like there's somebody in the meeting. I got this idea.
Yeah.
Okay. After the third quarter, how about we use 24 points? Well, what about 8? Because his other number's 8. No, let's go with 24. But in Chicago, the restaurants were good. If we go at 8, then we'll get to eat at the restaurants quicker. No, let's go at 24. All right, Adam, do you think that's a good idea? Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, people think you're kidding at home, Spearsy. Guys, let me tell you something. That's how meetings go sometimes.
Be honoring, but it's weird.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's like a free rule, right? My guys at the Big Three. That's something they would try out.
Yeah.
No, that's even too weird for Big Three. I think the big three might say no. That's too much for us. That's a little too much.
Like, nah, homie, we ain't doing that.
Marc Spears, as always, senior NBA writer from ESPN, The Undefeated. He has been.
All right now, man, we gotta laugh to keep him crying.
I was thinking the same thing, man. You've been a friend of the show for a very, very long time, and it's just good to hear your voice, and it's good to have a little laugh here. I'm with you. Love you, man. Thank you.
All right.
Marc Spears again joining us. And he will be at Staples tomorrow night. Wow.
Yeah, scenes.
What a feeling that is going to be. And certainly something we'll talk about tomorrow here on Tim and Sid as well.